NFL stars are role models for lots of people, so it isn't out of place that lots of fans expect them to always be a good example. This isn't actually a lot to ask, but these stars are human like anyone else and are bound to break rules from time to time. From quarterback Tom Brady and the Patriots deflating balls, to defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh turning an NFL game into a wrestling match, these are the craziest unsportsmanlike moments in NFL history. If anyone had told NFL fans they would mistake an NFL game for a WWE match on Thanksgiving Day, they wouldn't have believed. But the first moment in this video got a player voted the dirtiest player in the league after making the NFL look bad. The Detroit Lions were up against the Green Bay Packers on a Thanksgiving Day showcase game in 2011, and everything seemed to be going according to plan, until guard Evan Dietrich Smith started making the game a difficult one for defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh. Of course, Suh could have reacted in various ways, but he decided to display some dirty tactics. He showed how classless he was, hurt his team, and embarrassed himself.
It's defense number 90 for kicking. Number 90 is disqualified.
Suh definitely didn't react in the way everyone expected him to. The defensive tackle must have forgotten it was Thanksgiving Day, and that he wasn't in a wrestling match. After getting to a breaking point, he slammed Evans' head on the ground 3 times.
Bottom of that pile, a takedown there.
That seemed like ample harm already, but the dude wasn't satisfied. So he went on to stomp on the other player, and probably would have gone to inflict more bodily harm had other players not intervened. Suh didn't get away with this. He was fined by the league as his behavior was totally unnecessary, and he will be remembered for his Bush League tactic rather than his talent.
Here he is at the bottom of that pile, a takedown there. Yeah, there it is.
Suh definitely crossed the line when he decided to turn a football game into a brawling match. But this next player took things to a whole new level, as the victim of his actions couldn't walk unsupported for a month. If there is one moment Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Warren Sapp regrets in his NFL career, that has got to be the moment he almost ended the Green Bay Packers offensive tackle Chad Clifton's career. Sapp had been in the NFL for 13 years and was well aware of the rules of the game. Well, at least we thought he was, but the defensive tackle proved everyone wrong. In the third quarter of a game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers, offensive tackle Chad Clifton was running around 30 yards from the action when Sapp launched himself into Clifton with so much force that he fell to the ground like he'd been hit by a car and was unable to move for over 10 minutes. He clearly didn't see Sapp coming, and that perhaps made the impact even more pronounced. This hit was so hard, Clifton had to be carted off the field as he couldn't walk, and even had to be rushed to the hospital. Sapp's blindside hit on Clifton left him with a terribly sprained back and separated pelvis ligaments. The team knew instantly his 2002 season was over. Clifton was out of action for 9 long months. Interestingly, Sapp's hit on Clifton was completely legal, so the defensive tackle wasn't punished by the league.
Clifton. Boy, he left his feet too. Yet they look at the lower half of Clifton.
These next set of moments didn't involve anyone getting physically hurt, but they are as unsportsmanlike as any moment in the NFL. Just when we thought NFL stars limited their assault to just players, one player decided to cross the line, and it was none other than wide receiver Randy Moss, a player that already had a reputation for being controversial. Moss was used to getting fined. However, the fans had no idea he had a total disregard for the rules of the game. Moss got into a lot of trouble during his playing days, but one moment really stands out. And this occurred in an NFC divisional playoff game between the Minnesota Vikings and the St. Louis Rams. Moss felt the opponent had fouled him, and the field judge was supposed to give a defensive pass interference call. Well, he didn't get it, and when it seemed like he would let things slide, he reacted in a way that no one bargained for. He grabbed a bottle of water from the sideline and squirted the field judge with it. In the end, he was able to satisfy his anger, but he most likely regrets this decision, as he had to pay a $40,000 fine for his actions.
Sideline, and again, the thing did come from him. I wonder if he squirted.
Disrespecting a field judge is insane, but disrespecting an entire team is perhaps more insane. Week 4 of the 2000 NFL season, when the Dallas Cowboys hosted the San Francisco 49ers, is a game Cowboys fans will never forget, because it was the game their team was disrespected by wide receiver Terrell Owens. It was 3rd and goal, the 49ers leading by 7 in the second quarter. Jeff Garcia rolled right off a play action and connected with Terrell Owens for a touchdown. Teams knew not to let T.O. get in the end zone because he was known for his wild celebrations. I don't think anyone in the stadium could have predicted what T.O. was about to do next. He decided the best way to celebrate was by running to the Dallas Cowboys' sacred star logo at midfield, standing on it, and soaking in the boos coming from the Dallas Cowboys fans.
Skyward through the opening of the roof.
This might not seem like much for folks that have no real connection to any team. However, anyone that supports a team passionately understands that this is as unsportsmanlike as a moment can get. The players felt so disrespected by this that later in the second quarter, just before halftime, Hall of Fame running back Emmitt Smith got in the end zone and took it upon himself to retaliate. He scored and ran all the way to midfield and kneeled in honor and respect of the logo.
One out of the Terrell Owens book and glances over to the 49ers sideline.
Although Owens had disrespected the Cowboys, he still wasn't done. He scored another touchdown later in the game and was on his way back to the star to celebrate. However, this time, Dallas Cowboys safety George Teague wasn't having any of it and had to physically remove him from it.
I don't blame Teague for doing that. Oh, man, I have never seen anything like.
It was quite easy to forgive Owens' actions, as there wasn't much at stake at the time. However, NFL fans may never forgive the Patriots for the infamous scandal they were caught in. Tom Brady will go down in history as the GOAT, but he is more than just the greatest of all time. Some would say he may have been one of the biggest cheaters the NFL has ever seen, and this could even make people question his GOAT status. Back in 2015, quarterback Tom Brady and the Patriots were involved in a scandal called Deflategate.
Deflategate.
All eyes are on the ball. This ball.
Where allegedly the footballs used in the game were purposefully underinflated to give Brady a better grip on the ball and potentially make the ball easier to catch.
They probably don't know how they became underinflated, but the fact that they were 11 out of the 12 balls discovered to be underinflated was certainly a big disappointment.
This was discovered shortly after the AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. The Patriots completely annihilated the Colts, 45-7. Although this was a good game for the Patriots, the speculation quickly started on if this was the reason they were able to be so dominant that night. 2 weeks later, the New England Patriots went on to beat the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49, and Brady received his 4th Super Bowl ring. Although Tom Brady and the New England Patriots weren't required to forfeit any wins they had secured during the scandal, they didn't go scot-free either. The New England Patriots had to forfeit 2 draft picks and pay a $1 million fine. Additionally, quarterback Tom Brady was slammed with a 4-game suspension that would be served the 2016 NFL season, after a 1.5-year-long appeal process to attempt to get the decision overturned. If you had a blast watching this, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest crazy content. Drop a comment below and let us know which moment blew your mind the most. Catch you all in the next one.